This channel is sponsored by CampfireShop.com. You can support my productions by buying exclusive candles, herbal supplements, teas, and more. This is footage that I shot while driving through the River Arts District in Asheville, North Carolina. And honestly, you couldn't drive for more than 30 seconds without seeing some kind of horrific damage. Not only were buildings destroyed, not only was there garbage everywhere, but you kept seeing cars sideways, upside down, smashed, destroyed. And if you got close to many of them, they were filled with mud. It honestly looked like a war zone. And here we are over 2 months later, and much of it looks the same. I mean, I guess since there aren't any people in danger, and no one's going into these buildings, and certainly nobody's taking these cars, it's just all a very low priority. But I mean, check out this stuff. It's crazy to look at. It'd be interesting to speak to some of the people who own these vehicles. I mean, no doubt one or two of them had to have seen these videos by now. And it's got to be absolutely horrific. But let's just hope they all got away with their lives and didn't get harmed in any way. As you can see, that is an O'Reilly Auto Parts store. What I did is I parked and I just started walking along this area. And I figured I would take a look at this. You can see the damage to the building, smashed windows. And if you stay tuned for a few seconds, you'll be able to get a peek inside the store. I'm sure their insurance company is not thrilled about having to pay for all of that. But hey, that is what insurance is for. Of course, I was aware of no trespassing signs, and I was not trespassing. I just went over to the window here, and I took a peek inside. You can see the mud everywhere. What a nightmare. And you know, you have to once again feel bad for the people that work there. What are they doing for a living right now? Clearly they can't go to work, at least not in this store. Maybe they move them to different stores nearby? If you happen to know, please let me know in the comments below. But it was sad to see that damage. And then I came across this building right next door. And this was in pretty bad shape as well. This thing just crumbled and tumbled down. Look at all these cement blocks. Wow. I don't know what this building was before all of this. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments below. But good gosh. Either that was a very poorly constructed building, or the floodwaters were just way too much for the building to be able to withstand. Can you imagine being in this building when that happened? And the whole building just collapses on you? I hope that nobody was harmed in this building at any point. Okay, so I've been wanting to show this footage to you guys for quite a while now. This footage shows the road on one side and the river is actually on the other side. And this is about as bad as it gets. As you can see, that's the river right there, and you've got this bridge. And it just got flooded, and there is mud and sand and tree branches and dirt. This is really pretty horrifying stuff. This was just, like I said, about a week after the flood. And it was not so easy to breathe while walking around here. The dust was swirling in the air. Look at all of that, my God. How in the world are they going to clean all of that? Where do you even begin? If anybody knows, please let me know. Is this cleaned up individually? Do they use machinery to do this? Or do they do controlled burns? I can't imagine they're just going to leave it there for years and decades to come. But who knows? At this point, there is no way to know. Because honestly, this is just very low on the priority list. And there's the river. Beautiful river. So calm, so peaceful, so enjoyable at any other time. And then this happens. Look at all the debris in the trees. What do you do about something like that? I mean, look, these trees, I know this is going to sound weird, but these trees managed to survive the hurricane and the flooding. Wouldn't it be horrible to tear the trees down? I hope they don't. But wow. Wow. Now clearly somebody came in here already with some kind of machinery in order to clear a way through this path and then push a lot of that debris to the side. Got a lot of trucks, 18-wheelers, flipped over. The many times that I've been driving in and around Asheville, the number of 18-wheelers, the number of tractor trailers, the number of times that I've seen vehicles in the river or alongside of the river is really too much to count. This was once a popular hotspot in the area. Clearly that's closed for a while. And of course you have the overpass, which is still functional, but many of the bridges that cross the river were closed. They clearly had to have engineers go out there to check for the structural integrity. Like I said, so many things went knocking into the bridges that the last thing they needed is for bridges to collapse. After all, many bridges did collapse. Once again, I shot this about a week after the storm, and you can still see how horrible it is today. And this was another business that I pulled over to check out. It'll be interesting to see how many of the buildings get torn down, probably most of them, and what ends up replacing them. Remember, this was originally an area for warehouses. This was an industrial area because you have the river on one side, you got train tracks, and you got the roadway right there. And so this was a perfect place to be able to have warehouses for distribution. And look at the incredible mess alongside the train tracks. I do not want to make light of this at all, but it's always kind of cool to walk along train tracks, isn't it? For those of you who have had a chance to do this, it's not the easiest thing in the world, that I can tell you. But it is fun nonetheless. But either way, not many trains are going to be coming through here for probably quite a while. The amount of debris is absolutely astonishing. So, what do you think about all of the destruction and horror that you have seen in this video? Scary stuff, isn't it? I mean, nobody expected this. And Asheville is a beautiful place, and the River Arts District is a thriving area. And everybody was probably really excited about the holiday season coming, and then look what happens. Nature had other plans. And as we know, sometimes in life, there's just no way to hold back the tides. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell because there will be more shows like this one, and I hope you check those out too. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. This channel is sponsored by CampfireShop.com, where you could order the highest quality and exclusive candles, herbal supplements, teas, and more. I would also appreciate it if you could become a member of this channel and or join me on Patreon, where you can watch exclusive videos of cool places that I've been to. You could also leave a super thanks in the comments below. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow Earthlings and please do not harm them. Remember to be compassionate to all living things. And please do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.